Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to some more Final Fantasy. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired today after work. Plus, I also have a little bit of a headache. Not like a full-on headache, but more just a little bit tired in the head because I slept weird. So my neck hurts a little bit in the back, which is kind of giving me a headache. It's like a bit annoying. Let me actually lower down the music a little bit. Pump that up. So yeah. I'm thinking today is gonna be a somewhat shorter stream. It also ended up starting way later than I had planned on, but yeah. But yeah, the plan is basically the following. I think the Rising event is currently happening. I can't actually remember if that is the case or not. Let me quickly check the lodestone, because I feel like it should have started now. Like the other day. Oh yeah, it was the 27th that it started. Okay. So, I'm thinking we'll probably do the Rising event just to get that thing done, essentially. I have until the 11th of September, basically, to do it. And start here the 27th. But yeah, we'll probably just do that a bit later, because today, the main thing I want to do is this fish. Anyone who might have seen the Twitter post I made earlier today could, and also who know about Final Fantasy fishing, would maybe have realized that in that video I basically showed that, hey, here's a bucket. That bucket is specifically this thing right here, a minion. It is the last fish that is not from ocean fishing that I am missing. I'm not kidding. This is the last fish I'm missing. If we were to go through all of these things here, which I might as well just, while we're here and I'm talking about it, you will be able to see check marks outside or next to every single area. And that's because I've gotten every single fish. I think I've kind of talked about it to an extent during some other streams, that I've basically like slowly been able to finish up the fish. I even got the final fish achievement or title, the this one here. Oh, it's visible in the stream, but that's for getting all of the big fish, as they're referred to in Final Fantasy, that are from Realmborn all the way up to Endwalker. Yeah, the only place that I'm missing is, yeah, South Banepool, and also the high seas, but that's because I haven't done as much ocean fishing as I maybe could have. But yeah, as you can probably see, I have check marks on all of the other locations throughout this, which there are several locations. And I think this has been over, like, technically since around, I don't know, January, December-ish, that I like actually started really trying to do a lot of fishing. Basically started like trying to go specifically for the fish that were like, what would you call it, harder to catch, essentially. For the high seas, there are some areas that I have finished up complete, like Gladion Bay, both normal and spectral current. Got both of those. Got most of the fish on the other routes. There's maybe like one or two that I'm missing on most of these, and the ones I'm missing are usually the special ones for the areas. It's mostly just the spectral fish. A few more from the Ruby Sea line, I would say. Just because I just haven't done that one as much. This one I'm missing a lot on, but yeah. In terms of spearfishing, it's literally the same. Got all of them. Yeah. This is the final one. And the reason why I've kind of semi-saved this one a bit, technically did try and catch it at one point, but it's because it is a somewhat rare fish, and it's available at all times. So I decided, why not just save it for when I have essentially every single other fish. Now the way to catch this one is pretty simple. I can either use a versatile lure, which does have a slightly lower chance of catching it according to Teamcraft's thing, like information on the South Bane pool. I could also use a Brood Leech that has a, what's it again, a 0.6% chance of it being the one, or of basically having the magic bucket bite, whereas the versatile lure is a 0.3%. It should still work, as far as I know. I do think that the versatile lure has the advantage of basically having a lower chance to catch most of the other fish compared to Root Leech, but yeah, it's still gonna be somewhat rare. Let me see here. The magic bucket, according to Teamcraft, let me actually also make sure that I set it to the right. Bait. Okay, so versatile lure can catch, or can be caught, from 23 seconds to 32 seconds, with the most, like the time it'll bite is from 24 to 31 seconds. And there is basically nothing else that shares that window. There's the Ammonite, which kind of overlaps just a little bit with it, but it's the only 3 exclamation mark fish that is that far ahead. The only other one is that it semi overlaps with is the Mountain Kraken, but that's just that one will at the latest bite at 23 seconds, which is the earliest that the magic bucket can bite. Yeah, essentially what I just have to do is cast out, and yeah, just wait for something to bite. Currently the plan is to just try, catch whatever. Catch it on the first try, that would be insane, but we got the Kraken, I think it was called, which is actually completely fine in this case, because get it, Mountain Kraken, Surface Slap, and now it's the only 3 exclamation mark fish that can appear is the magic bucket. I can just chum and fish. You can sit down. This thing you can do. And yeah, all I have to do essentially is just keep fishing until a triple one bites. That's basically fishing in this case. Basically what chum does is it speeds up or it reduces the time for the next fish to basically try and bite. I think it's like, I think it maybe like removes 15 to 25% of the like minimum and maximum catch times. It could be more, I'm not sure, but it basically makes it so that a fish that would normally take like 23 seconds before it can even bite might be down at like 15 seconds instead. And what Surface Slap does is basically just, it makes it so that the fish that you use Surface Slap on will not appear. It literally cannot appear until you basically catch a different fish. And yeah, both of those abilities are very useful when it comes to a lot of the big fish, because usually you can kind of, you'll have to sort of do a bunch of prep before trying to go for a big fish. That can be anything from like getting a bunch of anglers art stacks, so you can use that for either makeshift bait or for Daily XIV or whatever else you can think of. And yeah, other times you need to like prepare a mooch so that you can try and do a mooch on a fish, because yeah, maybe you need to like do a mooch chain or something like that. Oh, it's starting to get kind of high number here, and I didn't damn it. That was at like 23, 26. That was the Ammonite. It had a very long one apparently. Damn it. But yeah, there's a lot of prep you have to do for some of these fish, and some of them are definitely more annoying than others. I guess while we're sitting here, I can go over some of them. Let's see, where was not shredding mist? Latin spy. Oh, it was actually over here. Or no, wait. No, that wasn't there. It was a Latin spy. It's in the Sea of Clouds. There is a fish up here. This fucker. The sea butterfly. This one is a pain in the ass to try and get. Basically, you need to catch, I think it's 3 of 2 different fish. That'll give you an intuition, or a fish's intuition, which is a buff that basically lets you catch other fish. In this case, you need to catch 3 of the sky fairies and 3 of the scorpion flies. That will give you a fish's intuition that will allow you to catch, or at least 4 sea butterflies to appear. That buff only lasts for like, I think it's a minute. And yeah, this thing is, first off, just not common for it to bite. It can be like, you can do several attempts where you're basically trying to catch this thing that never appearing. And also it is not easy to actually get it to stay on the hook once it bites. It's a bit of a pain, because you can end up like getting it and it'll just not bite like properly. It'll just disappear, which can be annoying. There's ones like the second one, for example, as well. This one wasn't bad, it's just very rare. There's a thing with a lot of these fish that some of them aren't bad to catch, they're just rare as shit. I can't remember which one was it. Yeah, this one. Chemical compound 666. This one doesn't have any special requirements other than just, I think, weather. It's just rare as shit. And that's just how it is with a lot of these fish. Some of them are just unbelievably rare, to the point where it's like, yeah, you can basically try for like several days, weeks, months even, and never get them. I think the last, or one of the last ones actually, that I was missing was where is it? This one, Alat Scan. That was one of the last one, if not the last one that I was missing. And I think I might actually have gotten it during like a morning window. I think I basically like woke up extremely early to try and get that one. Like I think it was like June, July-ish that I basically tried catching it. I think it was like at like 5, 6 in the morning that I basically woke up. Can't remember if I actually had like school that day or what, or was supposed to meet up with my group for exams, but I seem to remember actually like at least waking up very early, trying for the fish, and actually finally getting it. That was after like having seen some of the same people at that fishing spot several times in a row. Because yeah, some of these fish are pains in the ass. Like if you want to basically see an example of some people just showing up in masses, go to the River of Sand when there is a Cinder Surprise window open. There will usually be a massive amount of people, like I would say at least like 10 to 15 people just sitting either on the bridge that's there or along the sides just fishing. Granted, that one is also just a pain in the ass to try and get. Like there are some fish that are just like infamous. The Greater Serpent of Ronka, fuck that one. That one was the bane of my existence for a while, because it is such a pain in the ass to try and get. Because you need to do, let's say again, I think you need to catch, let me actually open up the book so I can remember what the hell they're called. Overend, Greenwood. Yeah, so you need to catch a Clown Tetra, which kind of shares its own like timing with I believe it's the Yellow Papiro and the Clawbone or Clawbow. And I think maybe also Robber Crab, I can't remember though, but at least with the Yellow Papiro. Yeah, you need to catch a Clown Tetra, moosh that into a Aerops. Then once the window opens, you need to then be able to mooch an Aerops into a Priest of Ixloqua, which you then need to be able to also catch, because this one is like basically Clown Tetra. That one's not super difficult unless the Yellow Papyrus being an absolute pain in the ass. Yeah, getting that and mooching that into an Aerops, a little bit more difficult. The mooching bit, because it can actually turn into one of these three, I believe. Maybe also this one, I can't remember. But yeah, once you get the Aerops, then you need to mooch that into the Priestess or Priest of Ixloqua. That one's a bit difficult because this one is rare and it will not bite a lot of the time. And the times that it does bite, it'll just escape a lot of the time as well. Thankfully, if you get a Priest of Ixloqua and you can also mooch it, using stuff like makeshift bait or patience for this one is very useful. But yeah, getting this one and mooching that, I think basically guarantees you a Great Serpent of Ronka, simply because of the fact that they're like, yeah, you have just had to deal with mooching once and then twice into a already really rare fish. We're not gonna make it so that you have a very low chance of catching the next one. So I think it's like almost guaranteed. Like, I think Greater Serpent of Ronka is the only thing that they can mooch into. And just the catch rate is pretty high, but that's at least nice. But yeah, I think the Deep Haunt was also one of the last ones that I got. The other ones weren't as bad. I seem to remember that the Pearl Papyra took a little bit of time as well. Fishing has been a fun sort of side activity that I've done. I am hoping that they like give us some more achievements for like catching rare fish. It's honestly a pretty just nice, relaxing thing to just do. Yeah, I'm also just hoping for a new title, perhaps, because I'm already like very far along in terms of getting that one. Since all I need to do is literally just catch the new fish that they release. I have to hold my hand a little bit weird now because I'm like trying to drink my tea while it's still hot, while also fishing, so I have to like reach my left hand over and like hold weirdly on my mouse. Because like that one basically has like all the keybinds that I usually use for fishing. Since it's like the MMO mouse I have, so. But I also need to like be able to click on chum, which is a little bit annoying to have to do because otherwise I need to like move my hand really weirdly. In order to be able to click it on it with the MMO mouse buttons. Yeah. Let's see. I believe what I've done in terms of the like Service Lab strategy here is simply that Service Lab, the only other fish that had the same exclamation mark thingy, just make sure that I know which one it is I'm getting. It's usually useful for stuff like if you need to do any sort of like identical fish stuff, if you need like to mooch specific things, they can be useful. In this case I could also have gone for the fish that is specifically overlapping with the fish that I'm trying to get, to reduce the amount of potential overlap, so that if it gets to so that if the like timer fishing basically goes past the point where they would basically like both be available, is only the one that I want, then I'm basically guaranteed that it will show up. Or for some fish, some rare fish, it's actually a good thing to just mooch the usually either the slowest fish to get caught or the fastest one in terms of like biting. I think usually the biting is the like faster biting is usually better, because in that case, if you basically get, or actually no, I don't remember. I think it kind of depends on the fish, but sometimes getting the I guess getting the slower one is actually better, because that means that you have the faster ones that you can potentially have show up that you might not want to actually catch, but since they show up faster, you can basically get your character to stop fishing earlier. Sometimes it can also be a good thing to get the fast ones if it's like a very fast fish, because then you can maybe like rule out that okay, it's gone past X amount of time, like the window timing window thingy for the fish that I'm trying to get has closed or has gone past it. I can basically just use hook to pull in the lure, because we'll be able to catch it past that time, because there are some of them where it's like it will only bite within the like first 10 seconds. As 10 seconds, there's no reason to keep fishing for it, because it will never bite. It'll be something else. damn it, I was kind of getting my hopes up there because I saw that it was like getting close to the 23 mark. I do wonder, what is the rare or the most common one? The spade. Sema, Trican, and a Abelathian smelt. Those apparently seem to be the two most common ones here. See, there is also the ammonite, which does like line or cover some of it, some of the timer, but how common is that one? 4.8 hits. I'll say this is a nice spot to fish from, but in terms of looks, but there's not much to look at. Which is a little bit annoying, but yeah. Yeah, this bucket can be a pain in the ass to try and catch. I think you can technically buy it like on the market board if you just want the minion, but I want to also have it in my fishing logbook, because if I don't catch it myself, I won't have it in the logbook. I'm thinking that once I actually catch this thing, I'll start maybe focusing a bit more on ocean fishing, because I did it a bit not too long ago, but then I ended up kind of stopping with that again. Makes me curious, what achievements am I missing from fishing? Still need to catch around like 453 times in the level 31 to 40. Or some black shroud, around like 600 and something in or 41 to 50 black shroud. A bunch of times in Thanalan areas. And oh yeah, I got the one for Lanosia not too long ago. I think the only one I was missing there was, I actually have that achievement here. Oh, yeah, I think it was like fish 1,000 times in, I don't remember now, I think it was like 50 or 41 to 50 areas. Yeah, that sounds about right, because that's the same for the Shroud 1. Yeah, still need to catch a bunch of fish there. Good deal of fish in these areas as well. Saltwater one, not too bad. It's like hour, 2 hours ish of just fishing. Even that. Oh, I can actually also do it with the gate. That might actually be faster. Maybe. Would have to move around though. But it would maybe be faster, since spearfishing is a bit faster in terms of like catching things. Yeah, I don't know. Also need to catch a lot of large-sized fish. It's like 2027, I think. Oh wait, 2037. And that was the Ammonite again. Fucker. Damn it. And this one isn't too far off. It is also just like a long one to get. I still need like a shit ton of points in the item. But once I actually start catching fish from I think the 4th base, those points should shoot up significantly, I feel like. I just haven't really caught anything from that section. It's maybe? Oh. Got to like 26, 29-ish in terms of the timer. God damn it. Yeah, diadem is something that I also kind of want to just at some point try and get through. Because holy shit, do I need to still farm a shit ton of items in order to actually be able to craft all the things that I need to craft. And even once I have all of those things crafted, I still might not even have all the things that I need to gather. Which, that thing is gonna take for fucking ever to gather all the things that I need. I have all the, to catch all the different fish from the different ocean fishing things. Then I still need to get the 3 million cumulative ocean fishing points. Still, what is that, like 202.4-ish million points. It'll take some time, but if I can get this thing, it would allow me to get a new adventure plate thingy, which would honestly be kind of nice, because this, I think, world-class trawler is one of the rarest fishing achievements in the game. Could be wrong, but I think it is. Let me actually look that up, because I get the feeling that it is, but I could be wrong. I could check a lot of achievements. Just need to log in first. Let's see here. Fisher achievements, rarest. Yep. World-class trawler is the rarest fisher achievement, it seems. Only 1.1% of players have it. And what is the rarest one that I have? That is the final fish, aka Fish Fury achievement. 1.8%. It's not a lot of difference between those two, honestly. It's 0.7%. There are some of the other achievements though that are still rarer than the one I have, like what did sea shell do to you, what did squid do to you, and what did shrimp do to you, which gives you the shrimp mariner, squid sure dragoon, and sea comber. Still need those achievements. Gonna take some time. What is actually the most common one that I'm missing? Every type of fish in the southern strait of Myrthol when a spectral current is present. Okay, 19.5%. Would be that difficult to get then. But yeah, I don't think I've gotten any of the achievements for like getting special bonuses. Gotten the dolphin and seagull encounters, but all of these like get the something bonus during an ocean fishing voyage in the then either indigo or ruby route. I haven't gotten those, any of them, and I'm still missing like the 16,000 points during a single ruby route. Still haven't gotten that thing. With the deep. think most of the time that I've also gone on the ruby route, it's been in order to try and just catch specific fish that I'm still missing. It's like the point ones, I don't really care too much about those yet. Like the cumulative one, every single time I go out and do ocean fishing, it's gonna be increased. But yeah, I don't really want to care about this one until I basically have, I guess, all of the fish available. Or caught, rather. Because once I have all the fish caught, then I can just be like, I don't care about what fish I get now. Just go for the like max point total. In the process of that, I can try and go for this one. Maybe start trying to find some of the parties that do the special, like, catch X amount of these fish. I don't actually remember how these achievements work. I think it's like catch 100 in total of a specific fish. I'm actually curious, what is that again? Let me see here. What is this again? Okay, so it depends on the achievement, achievement or bonus thing, I guess. But it's stuff like catch as a party, 150 or more of certain things, 200 or more, 250 or more, and then there's like two of them that are like catch 25 or more mantis, or 50 or more shrimp. And the ruby route apparently has something where it's like 350 or 400 of certain things, which is a lot. But apparently they also give like very big point bonuses. Okay, apparently there are several there's actually a calculator down here that shows you what the different sort of bonuses you can get are, or rather the max bonus you can get is apparently like 90%. There's a calculator. What happens if you catch like 10,000 points? Well, that's 19,000. Apparently the bonus you can get is like 190% of your point totals. So you'll basically get like, just catch 100,000, you get 90,000 extra points. Cool. Didn't know that was the max amount, but it also requires, it's like, I guess, get kind of lucky with the fish that are getting caught, so you get like some of the bonuses, and you also need to catch at least one of the rare fish, which can be a bit of a pain to do in some cases. Come on, bucket. Bite, please. I will say the original plan for this was actually to have like back when I started thinking of like doing a fishing stream for this thing. My original plan was something like do it during like a long ass stream, because I remember having like sat here for like hours trying to go for, or trying to catch it one point without any luck. And yeah, I just thought that I could do maybe like a weekend stream where it was like, oh, we're gonna try and catch this thing, and it's maybe like make a small event out of it. Like, I don't know, maybe get people that are also playing the game that I'm friends with. Maybe have them show up and also try and catch the bucket. Just for, like, the fun of it. Maybe have like, I don't know, meme videos running so that could be kind of like a semi react stream thing. Where it's just like, okay, here's some videos that people have submitted. Let's watch those while we're fishing. That was the kind of original plan, but who knows, maybe we'll have to find some other days to do this as well, because I could just get very unlucky and never catch the fish during this, because yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have the stream go for more than like 2 hours at most, because as I said before, I do have a little bit of a headache, so don't want this thing or this stream to go on for way too long. But it would still be nice to get the bucket. Could maybe also help if I used the other bait, but I don't really know how much of a difference that would make. It's like a little bit better, but the versatile lures are first off just easier to get, since you can just buy them with gill instead of purple scripts. But yeah, these ones just last for way longer. Maybe I should just try and do the thing that I've sometimes done with fishing, which sometimes seems like it kind of works. It's basically just that I just do not focus on the fishing at all, just kind of space out, and then the fish usually end up biting. I don't know why, but that's a thing that I've noticed that sometimes happens for some weird ass reason. Yeah, I specifically remember like several times where I've just been like spacing out, and then all of a sudden I just hear the triple exclamation mark catch, somebody ping up, and I'm like, what the fuck? Gotta quickly try and catch the fish then. I'm actually thinking this. If the late double exclamation mark one appears again, aka the Ammonite, I think I'm gonna catch it and simply just surface slap it to try and like reduce the annoyance of getting like past the 23-second mark and then it not being the right fish that bites. That's a bit annoying. I will have to deal with potentially getting tricked at the 23-second mark by it being the wrong fish. But I do believe that that other one is yeah, just about as rare. Let's see. Apparently I could seemingly increase the chance of catching it fishing either during clouds or clear skies. It's clear skies, so it apparently has a slightly higher chance of this biting. Don't really know how much I trust that fish per weather thing that they have. We'll say that if I do catch that ammonite instead and service lab that, using chum might not help me that much then, since could potentially be the other triple exclamation mark fish that then show up, which I don't really want to start ending up catching like multiple wrong fish. I should quickly figure out what time frame can that one show up in. Around 17 seconds. Okay. Game, just give me the fish. Just give me the bucket. Oh wait, fuck, I forgot about that. I just remembered I need to have snacking on. God fucking damn it. I've been fishing for like 50 minutes and I forgot about snacking. That is a requirement in order to get the fucking bucket. God damn it. Some of those fish that I could have, like some of those like long double exclamation marks could potentially have been the one that I got. Or been the one that would actually have been like the proper one, because but I didn't have snacking on like a dumbass. I think even after the first time I tried catching this one, I had made sure that I had snacking on, and when I basically like semi-complained about like how annoying this one was to catch and the fact that I had spent like hours trying to get it, someone in my FC, because it was like in the FC Discord, mentioned that, oh, did you also remember to have snacking on? I was like, yes, because I made sure to do that. Of course, that's the one thing that I fucking forget here. 50 minutes basically just wasted trying to catch it when it wasn't even there, or when I couldn't even get it. Yeah, what snagging does is basically just make it so that certain fish and items become available to catch. I apparently forgot about that one completely. Motherfucker. Would be kind of funny if I ended up getting like a, like very quickly now get a triple one and actually catch the bucket. That would be fucking dumb, but also just honestly nice if that were to happen, but kind of doubt it. Oh yeah, one of the reasons why I actually ended up starting the stream a little bit later than I had mentioned on the Twitter, because I was planning on originally starting the stream at like 7. Didn't do it until like a little bit after 8. Was because I first off, I ended up being a bit slower with eating dinner, and then I got distracted a little bit because I was watching some YouTube, and I was like, I can maybe delay the stream a little bit by watching this video. And then a friend of the FC basically messaged me because they usually, like every 2 or 3 weeks, maybe like 4 weeks, they basically end up contacting me and buying fuel for the submarines through me, because our FC, the FC that I'm in, has a shit ton of credits / points that you can buy fuel with, and we're never gonna use all of that. Like, we generate too many of that currency to actually ever run out, really, unless we like massively spend it on random things. So yeah, they just sometimes contact me and are like, hey, can I buy like 10 stacks of fuel? And then they pay like 1.4 mil for it, which I just put in the FC chest. Ended up doing that basically, and that also reminded me while basically trying to get that or get all the fuel, it reminded me of how much I hate the buying system in this game. You can only buy 99 of an item in one go. The max stack size is 999 for most items. It is so annoying having to basically buy the same items, or buy the same item in increments of 99 when you need 999 but 10 times. It takes so goddamn long, and I really wish that Square will at some point be like, hey, we've increased the amount you can buy in one go. That would be so nice. So goddamn nice. Because sometimes it's like, oh, I need like a shit ton of a certain item, like over 1,000. It takes so long buying all that because you can only buy it in like 99 increments. It's something that I really wish that they would just like update so we can easier buy large quantities of items, because sometimes I need like, I don't know, over 1,000 of the, what is it called again? Dark? Called again? So that? Grade 6 dark matter if I need to buy or craft. What's it called again? The I'm relying on that. The repair kits for the submarines. If I need to basically make that, I need sometimes a lot, because I think it's like 5 of those dark matter in order to make one repair kit. I think we need to check that. Yeah, you need 5 in order to actually make one per like dark matter cluster, and if you suddenly have like, let's say 99 dark matter clusters, let's just quickly this, you need 495 of the dark matters. That's gonna take you a few times to basically buy all of that, or a few like clicks back and forth, because at least 4 times, which I would prefer to just be able to be like, okay, I need this amount, type it in, done. And I've now been here for like around 50 minutes fishing, which will basically trigger that message, which means I need to basically just move a little bit over to the side, which also removes surface slab. God damn it. Staying down actually doesn't really do anything. Same with cast light. This thing actually apparently did used to have an effect, the little glowing light, but not anymore. I don't actually know what the purpose of it was. All I know is that it used to have some sort of like purpose in the game when fishing, but I think they might remove that in either Shadowbringers or Stormblood. I know it was gone in Walker at least. That was when I like actually started fishing, but I think it might have been removed. Yes, early Shadowbringers, if not Stormblood. I think they might. I think it was actually in A Realm Reborn that they also removed the old, like mining and botany minigame. Although in that case, I think that might actually have been either with the release of A Realm Reborn or a bit later. Also, I don't think this is gonna be the one that I'm looking for. This is likely the other triple one. Yep, dragon. That's fine. We can surface like that, and now we're guaranteed. The only other triple one is gonna be the bucket. The reason why I'm also sitting is because if it's a triple exclamation mark fish, you can very easily see if you actually caught it or not, because those will oftentimes have a chance of just escaping when you're trying to catch it. But if you're sitting down on your little stool thing, if you stay seated when catching a triple one, you didn't get it. Just period, you did not get it. But if you end up standing up, you've got it. For some reason they basically just have like that animation difference, which honestly I kind of like. So, yeah, it kind of gives a bit of an easy indicator of like, hey, you actually got the fish. I'll say that the whole fishing thing is a very drawn out process sometimes, because it can take a while. Sometimes get some of these. Like usually whenever I've like tried catching some of the bigger ones, I have sometimes been sitting just trying to catch the fish if it's the one of the ones that only has like a what do you call it? If it's one of the ones that are always available or very often available, I've sometimes been sitting there just catching the same fish or trying to catch the same fish for sometimes I would say 2 hours, where most of the time during that I will just, I don't know, have YouTube running in the background, like some YouTube videos and whatnot. I think I've also been followed now by another one of those, like I don't even know what to call them. Like, I basically got a notification on Twitter that I saw on my phone. Pretty sure I've been followed now by another one of those, like, hey, this is like, oh, I'm a person that makes models and whatnot, and they are basically just spamming like things every like 3 days, and the art style doesn't seem like consistent at all. I have a feeling this is just a like one of those bot accounts, and all these pictures here, I feel like this is AI generated. Just the style of the image just screams AI to me. I don't have anything to actually prove that it is AI, but it, holy shit, the art style just gives me the AI vibes, kind of. I don't understand why some of the people making these accounts, where it's just like they spam the exact same message like every 3 days, where it's basically just like, okay, you can DM me for like commissioning, and it's like, okay, none of the pictures you're like posting have any similarity, and here's a Nizishanji person or a VTuber. They use one of their images. This person is a fucking dumbass. The worst thing you can do on one of these accounts is using an actually well-known like VTuber, especially one of the like, especially if it's like one of the what do you call it, corporate ones. Using their pictures is the dumbest thing you can fucking do. Like, that is honestly brain dead behavior to just do that. Like, you're so dumb for doing that. Like, I think I've at one point seen someone that was basically posting things like, oh yeah, you can commission me and so on, and they literally had like Gargura, like a picture of Gura, and it's like, who the fuck are you trying to like trick with this? No one is gonna believe that you made Gura unless it is specifically the artist of Gura, in which case there's gonna be a lot more pictures of Gura than pictures of just random like anime characters that don't have any similarity in art style and whatnot. I just find it so weird why some of these accounts exist. Like, I feel like the only people that actually like buy anything from them or trust them and whatnot are people that have like no idea what the fuck they're doing and get easily tricked by this sort of shit, because it is so obvious with some of them. There's like, yeah, this is not an actual account. This is just blatantly a scam, or just not worth your money, because it's like, it's gonna be absolute crap what you're getting. Like, I just made it a habit of like every single time I see, like, I get one of those ones following me, I just block them. I'm like, I don't want your follow. Fuck off. Like, at this point, I'm like, I don't care if it would basically increase the follow amount that I have on Twitter. I don't give a shit. I don't want those random ass like bots following me. I might still have some bots that are following me because I might not have been 100% sure on some of them. But in those cases, it's mostly that I am like not really sure if it is actually a proper account or just bot one. Because honestly, some of the ones that I've seen give me like the bot scam kind of account vibes, but at the same time, it could also seem like they're just like someone trying to do commission work, but they're like just behaving a bit bot-like, like with some of their posts. Because honestly, one of the things that I feel like is most like obvious for some of those bot accounts is the fact that they just spam posts that are essentially the same thing, just saying like, hey, yeah, I'm free for commissions, just DM me. And it's like, why are you posting the same thing like every 3 days with a picture of some anime character that doesn't match the art style of anything else you've posted? Like that's the biggest giveaway, and like dumb thing is just that why would you post pictures with like vastly different art styles? It is such a big giveaway. I feel like sometimes that it's like it can go from like really high quality art to, and I don't really want to call it that, but like really like low quality sort of art sometimes. In like in between posts, I'm just like, this is not the same person that drew this. There's no way, because like some of them it looks like the sort of, I don't even know what to call it. I don't even know where the fuck these things appear from. But like, I've seen on some of these accounts it's like a, what would you call it, like logo-esque thing, where it's like some of them have the exact same vibes, but it's from like 20 different accounts that basically post the exact same kind of vibe thing, where it's like, this has to be made like on a website that basically just lets you generate the things from like a list, and then you can like move things around or something. I feel like there are some sites where it's like you can create like a character mascot thingy and get like different facial expressions on said character. I feel like sometimes they use something like that and just post that like, oh yeah, I can make a model. Like, this is not a model. They're just like pictures that seem extremely just generated from a website kind of quality. And the weird thing is sometimes I even see that they have like a couple of hundred followers, where I'm like, I really hope that's just like bots that have followed that account and not actual people, because I really hope that that people don't fall for those like weird ass accounts, because please don't. They are not worth giving your money to, because they are, I am almost certain that like none of those accounts are gonna give you anything that's like worth the money that you're gonna be paying. Just like save it and actually spend it on like a proper like artist that can actually give you like some good art. Might be a bit more expensive, but it'll probably be like actual decent quality. Still not getting the fish. Game, just at least give me one triple one so I can maybe get it. What's that thing down there? Hold on, is that actually... that might actually be ice fairies. Isn't how they look. I think that's actually the first time I've noticed that those are in the water here. Like in certain areas I think you can see like fish swimming around, but it's not super common, I feel like. But I noticed that there's like the fishing areas, specific fish in the fishing hole. Granted, I feel like most of the time when I can actually see fish in the water that I'm fishing in, I think it's usually just like a random ass fish model that they've placed down, because yeah, sometimes you won't really be able to really see the difference between them, I feel like. This is taking forever. So let me catch the fish, please. Fuck. Okay, someone called Sino's baby girl just like the post that I made on someone's tweet. Where I basically like posted a picture of someone that I found the other day in Ulda called Harrington Aniki. For those who don't know, that is basically just a, like, I don't even know what to call it, someone, I think he's a, like, he used to be, I think he was a gay porn star at some point. Basically someone called Billy Harrington, better known in a lot of circles as Aniki. Died some years ago in a car crash, I think it was. Yeah, he was pretty popular, and I think it was the like Japanese gay porn sort of industry community sort of thing. I don't really know how to explain it, but apparently, there's like a whole sort of, how would I describe this, music genre, I guess, called gachimuchi. I have no idea what it means, but it's basically music made with audio clips from a bunch of Japanese gay porns, like porno movies. And it's fucking weird, but I kind of love it because of just the weird creativity that people come up with for this shit. Like, it is so weird. I haven't watched a ton of it, but there's like, I think the way that I basically got introduced to it was because of someone that I follow on YouTube. I can't remember his name right now. I think it's like Anonymous or something like that. He's basically made a bunch of like animated sort of videos. I think he might also be, I could be wrong, but I think he might actually be part of the shoujo, like one of the managers or something like that. Could also be someone else that I'm mixing up, but yeah, he basically made like the ending sequence to a Gachimuchi video, where it was basically like a long, like I don't think like 15-minute long video where it's basically like a bunch of smaller music videos mixed together. And it's called, I think it was called something like National Wrestling Championship or something like that. It was like International Wrestling Championship or something like that. Apparently the channel that used to upload those like yearly videos, because it was apparently like a yearly thing they uploaded, that channel's been taken down. Apparently some people have uploaded new versions of them, but I've watched it, like a few of those. Honestly, not that bad. Fucking weird, but most of the music that they made, essentially, I could honestly most of the time hear what it was they were trying to make, because it was usually like Gachimuchi versions of actual songs, and sometimes like video game music. I think they made one of them, it was like the, I think, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas sort of intro music thing. Yeah, most of the things were, most of the stuff has just been fucking weird, but yeah, like Billy Harrington, aka Aniki, is basically like probably the most well known from that whole thing, and yeah, someone just made a character that was supposed to be kind of representing him, I guess. He's actually also so popular, or got so popular outside of that original community, that one of the emotes of news on Twitch, I think it's called Gachigasm, is literally a picture of Billy Harrington, which is kind of funny. I think it's been edited like so many times at this point. It's like an animated GIF, sped up animated GIF and whatnot. I'm still not getting this fucker. Come on, catch the fish. Yes. I've seen several times now that I've like gotten kind of to the like time where I should have been able to catch it. I have snagging on as well this time. I still don't get it. Let's see. I'm thinking maybe try and keep trying to catch the fish. So it's like 10. Then we'll stop. Then we can go and do the current event. Then I'll probably end the stream since I still have a bit of a headache. There's something I actually learned about the like exclamation marks. Those are apparently tied to like battle effects. If I were to go in here and be like PFG toggle off, so that basically means that all the combat effects are turned off, including my own, I believe. Oh, not fully. Where are those settings again? Was it here? Effects, I think. Ah, yeah, bell effects. Want to turn like show none. I think because at one point I basically accidentally turned this off fully. Yeah, you can't see the exclamation marks for some reason. I think it needs to be at least limited in order to show them. Which was not something I knew until I accidentally then turned off. Oh, it still needs to be apparently full. Yeah, it doesn't like, really play any audio or anything like that. I think someone else from the FC also asked about this like a month or two ago, I think. We're basically like, how can I turn this back on? Where do these go? I was like, I think it might be this that needs to turn back on. Because I had that problem at that time and had solved it, so I was able to help with that. Let's turn sneak on, off. I don't need that. You know what? Let me actually try and do something here. Where's that page again? Let me check the fishing tracker app or page. Magic bucket. What does Fruity Snacks say about this fucker? Okay, so they suggest go there with the Brood Leech, enable snacking, and cast out. Catch something, use Surface Lab, use Jump before each cast as often as you can. Magic Bar is not the only triple in the hole. Catch and Surface Lab the next bite. Kraken. What else? Surface Labbing Mountain Kraken. Magic Bucket is will be the only one. Outside of the Captain Nemo windows. What the fuck is Captain Nemo? Is that the... Oh yeah, that's the name of the special fish there. Didn't actually know that. Captain Nemo is the third and last but only appears during blizzards after snow, so yeah, it doesn't matter. To optimally catch Magic Bucket, you should not be fishing during Captain Nemo windows. Makes sense. Avoiding Nemo windows and slamming Kraken means you won't accidentally catch them, saving Surface Lab. Again, Magic Bucket is a triple cast. Use Hook to catch it. Use the Bucket to receive a minion. Yep. There's so much else. Yeah, I'm basically doing more or less everything that's being suggested by Fruity Snacks, except using Brute Leech. Maybe I should actually do that next time that I try to catch it. Maybe it is just not possible to get with the versatile lures. Also burned through 12 of these now. Maybe it was only 11. I basically just don't remember if I started with 98 or 99. on bucket. Just 15 more minutes left of bucket attempts, and then we're leaving. Doing the event. Which I think starts in Ulda. It's usually Ulda for the Rising event, as far as I remember. Been at this for around an hour and 30 minutes now. Maybe more like an hour and 23, but still. I think it's a good idea that I didn't try and stream all of the other fish that I've tried catching, because I feel like they would have been so boring. Unless, of course, I had like something else entertaining, but yeah. I think it might just have been better to just do what I did and just catch them all off stream, because it was just not worth trying to get them. Or it would not have been worth trying to get them on stream, because it was, some of them just took forever. Man, I can also just feel that I'm kind of tired. I can feel my eyes just being, or eyelids rather, being kind of heavy at this point. I think partially due to the fact that this is just honestly a little bit boring to me, just sitting here fishing without having any distraction, because honestly 90% of the time that I've been fishing for any of the rarer fish, I would have had like a YouTube video playing on the side that I would just have been watching and then listening, especially if it was any of the triple ones, just listen out for like the sound it makes when it's a triple one, because they tend to have like a, I would say, kind of special sound. It's way more loud and pronounced than, yeah, this. It's like a whole room, you know, sound. I don't really know how else to explain it or describe it, but something like that ish. Will say the music of Western Highlands does not help either, because it's almost like, not quite, but lullaby-esque, which is kind of, to an extent, relaxes me, which does not help. Looking at the fates here, it also just reminded me that I kind of miss doing the cluster farms in what's it called again? Austria. It's been a while since any of those have been like coordinated. I do believe that here in September at some point the Boston farmers for the light server should be starting up again somewhat soon, I think. Could be wrong. Have now ended up switching over to look at what people have been posting on the Discord. Like here on just some of the Discord channels that I'm on, because I got some notifications I could see. And just to see like what's been posted, and yeah, one of them did have like at like me. It's one of them, or kind of. He's one of the roles. Apparently, someone needed like one person, I believe, for M1S and M2S reclears. Could technically participate in that, but I have no idea what any of the mechanics are for those fights. I would be basically dead weight and not very useful. Okay, around 6 to 7 minutes left before we are dropping the whole fishing thing and just go and try and catch, or try and do the event quest. It's looking promising, but of course not. It wasn't the fucking thing that I needed. God damn it. Just give me a fucking triple game. Give me a triple fish. Not this shit. Just one hint that the bucket is there. That's all I'm asking for. Just give me a, like, you can give me a triple and just make it this, like, not actually get hooked correctly, so I don't actually get it. I would be happy with that, because that just indicates it's there, which is better than what I'm currently having happen, which is like jack fucking shit. So someone, I guess, doing quests. is the Shiva weapons, I think. I think it is. Because like, they didn't have flying. I don't see the weapons changing colors. Purple, so that means that they are not the mandible ones. Since they're glowing that blue color, I get the feeling that they might be Shiva weapons. But I did also see that they had bought the motorcycle mount with I think Alpha on it from the store. I think they also have gotten far enough to where they had gotten the Fortum's Knight title. That is quest related. I just don't remember when you get that one. Let's go slide, so goes dark. That is from 3.1, I believe. I think so, at least. I think that might be after we get the Phantom's shield. Well, I think that is around then that we get that. I want to look that up now. Let's go slide, so goes dark. Could try and look it up after we're done fishing. I'm just gonna keep this thing open to the side so I can look it up, because I don't remember when you get that title. It looks like it's from 3.1, but I don't remember exactly what quests there are. Hell, I can't even really remember what happens during the patch quests from Heaven's Ward. Kind of a, except for the 3.4, 3.5 quests. Those I can kind of remember. But at the same time, not fully. Kind of have a bit of memory of what happens there. It's also been like 2.5 years-ish since that content, so it kind of makes sense that I might have forgotten a bit of it. But I remember the overall plot, at least, of 3.1 to 3.3. I just don't remember the finer details of each of the patches. I don't remember why we get Fortum's Knight. Maybe that time there. Well, it got to 10 o'clock. So we're dropping fishing, and maybe I'll try and do this again some other time, but that time probably with the other bait. Let me see here. There's the browser. As goes light, so goes darkness. Let's see. Okay, that is when you get the House Autumn's kite shield. Okay. And a minion. Okay. Ah, completely forgot there was like a solo duty there. I completely forgotten that there was a solo dude there. This is also the part where Dofnir saves the girl and everything. I guess I honestly kind of forgotten about that. Let's head over to Ulda and do the quest line. Specifically the Rising quests. So we can also have our chat with Yoshi P. I wonder what he says he's going to say this time. And I don't remember if we get any XP, but I might as well just... It's probably going to be like barely anything, but I will get it on Dancer. We got the stage set up. The answers music. Where's the quest? Oh, let's see here. Just checking the lodestone again because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be here. That starts. What the fuck? Why is it over? It's in Limsa. What the fuck? Why is it in the Aft Castle? I feel like it's always been here. Did you get the quest? Why the hell is it in the Aft Castle? What the fuck? I could have sworn that it's always in Ulda. The quest starts. Not the Aft Castle. I feel like Aft Castle is usually where the summer event starts. What's it called? The summer event, the New Year's event. I feel like there's some other events as well. I don't remember which ones other than that start here, but I know that there are a few events that start here. But I don't think the Rising is usually one of them. Yeah, Rising to the call. The wandering minstrel seeks an adventurer, both willing and able to help you put the finishing touches to this year's Rising celebrations.
Of all the coincidences. You will hardly believe it, but I was just this very moment reminiscing of the time you lent me your strength at 12-month past. You see, I again find myself in pressing need of an adventurer's aid, just as I did last rising. Oh, if only Shana were here, I thought to myself, and here you are. Well, then, what do you say? Shall we clasp arms once more? My thanks. The matter is this, I have been approached by a lady named Ioyo who wishes to imprint her own inimitable mark upon the skies above Limsa Lamansa. I speak, of course, of the fireworks that illumine these rising nights. Learning of my contribution to previous year's festivities, she has enlisted me to her cause. We already have the ear of the organizing committee. However, Lady Ioyo has expressed a strong desire to consult with a storied adventurer before finalizing her proposal. Come to the Yellow Jackets guardhouse at the base of the Coral Tower and I will introduce you.
Okay. That is up near the Marauders Guild. I honestly really like the fact that they have the whole like it's down below. Yeah, the whole music that apparently played during the end of 1.0, like the answers music. That playing is a nice touch during the in these events. Yo, Io.
Lady Ioyo. One storied adventurer, as promised.
Not Io, but Ioyo. Okay. Carbon ring.
Blessings o' the 12 upon yet. Name's Ioyo, Cannoneer first class with the Yellow Jackets. SN 1 or 2 Ave yet on board.
Did I mention that it is the Yellow Jackets who are in charge of this year's festivities? Not only in decorating of these fair Lamansan streets, but in designing and constructing the fireworks that brighten the skies above them. Lady Ioyo here is quite the savant in all matters incendiary and explosive, and so it has fallen to her to formulate a plan for the display's crowning glory.
Me and the other lads and lassies of the Cannoneers whipped up a load o' lovely little drakes, snakes, and devils for the Moonfire Fair, but more o' the same ain't goin' to cut it for the risin'. 'Cause it's all about rememberin' those we lost in the calamity, ain't it? Them and theirs deserve somethin' a mite specialier than a bunch of old bangers.
An admirable sentiment, I'm sure. It would not do for our ode to such poignant memories to be aught less than memorable. Let us make this year's rising one that the citizens of this fair realm will not soon forget.
Took the words right out o' me mouth, dearie. Thing is, Avon hardly set foot out of Limsa in all me days. I don't reckon I'm best placed to know what's goin' through the minds o' the citizens o' this fair realm.
And so you would pick an adventurer's brains. One who has journeyed far and wide across this land we love, and knows it and its people intimately. Yet before we call upon your particular wisdom, mayhap it would behoove us to seek out a wider range of opinions. Many and more look to the skies come rising night, and the thoughts that run through their minds are no doubt as diverse. Let us learn them.
I'll, I guess, go and speak with 3
Sounds
people.
like a plan. Mind if I join yet, dearie? Could do with learnin' some o' these thoughts meself. Right, then. Where's best to start a skin around? Some place a lot of outsiders gather, I reckon. How about we meet in the Etherite Plaza, down in the lower decks?
While you two are so engaged, allow me to continue our discussions with the organizing committee. I shall await you by the aft castle.
So is it a follow or talk to quest? It's just go and talk to people, I guess. The Aetherite Plaza. There's so much fucking lag in these areas. Cannot wait to get a new fucking PC. Holy shit.
Yes, see them lights down Ockers Alley, dearie. Decorations for the festival, they are. Every year, when the streets are all decked out for the Ryzen, me earth fills with, well, all kinds o' feelings. Sorrow, pride, regret. But enough about me. We came here to find out how the other folks feel about it. Let's split up, head down the alley, and ask a few likely looking customers each. We're on a schedule air, so don't go askin every single soul ya see. 4 or 5 should do yet. I'll meet ya down by the ferry docks when you're done.
Okay. I feel like once I actually get around to getting a better PC, some of these loading times are not going to be as bad and
Welcome,
lag.
welcome. What may I interest you in this fine evening? Information, is it? Well, if you really must know, the whizzing and banging that fills the air this season always takes me back to the time just before the calamity struck. A great festival was held to celebrate the reformation of the grand companies. People in the streets were hooting and hollering and setting off fire spouts, and all the ships in the bay, now bedecked in maelstrom colors, let loose their cannons. It seems so foolish now, knowing what was soon to befall us. But all that noise served a purpose nonetheless, drowning out the fear that ever whispered in our ears. It is my firm belief that the rising fireworks serve the same purpose even now. They present a vision of loveliness, of togetherness, that we might forget our fears and be given hope for a brighter future.
Let's quickly take this text and social. Oh wait, not mute list. Frame list. There we go. Don't want to see that shit. It's basically just someone that wrote like, "Hey, buy Gil on this page." Like, no, I'm not going to. Fuck off.
The streets are full o' life, the skies full o' fire, and the westerly winds fill in our seafarers' sails as it does our earths. I couldn't have picked a better time to come home. You a sailor too, are you? Helpin' with the fireworks, yes eh? Good on ya, lass. I've a few memories o' back then, if you've an ear to ear I'm a merchant seaman, yes see, always sailin' hither and thither across the waves. Was just back from a trip to Radzatan when the calamity struck.
Oh, Radzatan? Okay.
Everyone was looking up to the sky, and that loathsome lantern that hung low in it. Like most folk, I don't remember much o' what happened in the days before or after it fell, but I'll never forget those faces. And that's what I love so much about the fireworks. Ya see the same faces looking up, but this time with a smile, reminds ya not only o' the bad times, but how we got over 'em.
All right there. Anything I can do for you? You're asking for people's thoughts on the rising fireworks? Hat. Would have thought a great hero like you would have better things to do with your time, but I suppose that's what makes you a hero, eh? Helping people out whichever way you can. Well, I'm like most people, I suppose. I think of those I lost. My parents, most of all. I wonder if they're watching, too. Swum up from the bottom of the ethereal sea to see what all the crashing and banging's about. It's complicated, I suppose. I feel sad they're gone, but happy I'm not, and grateful to Bateran saving me and so many others. If they are watching, I hope they can see me, too. See that I'm doing all right for myself, that they might sleep soundly for another 12 months.
And I'm seeing other... So that's going on my mute list because they're spamming... Whatchamacallit, what the fuck would you call that again? Advertisements for a... What the fuck is it called again? Venue.
Can you see them too, my love? You're involved with the fireworks, and want to know what I think of them? Well, just now I was wondering if they can be seen from far out in the offing. Do you know? I see. The reason I ask is that my husband is out there now. He meant to be back by rising night, but it seems the tide didn't turn in his favor. He was so looking forward to the fireworks. I do hope that he can see them from where he is, that we can share them together, no matter how far apart we might be. That is my only request to you, that you make the finale as bright and boisterous as you can, that all those who cannot be together this rising might still share in its message.
She went very far down this way. You know what, I might as well actually do this quest really quick. Because I've had this one just sitting here for like so long.
Shauna, how fortuitous. Might you spare a moment? I recently received word that you've been researching the scholars of NYM at the behest of a Marauders Guild member, is that right? I see. And as a result, you can now call upon a fairy to aid you. Fascinating. Might I trouble you to meet me downstairs in the practice area? There's something I very much wish for you to try.
So this thing should allow me to get clamors for the fairy. Basically making it so that I can summon arrows, I think it is. Instead of only Celine. Or is it the other way around? I forget. Which one is it that summoner has now? Or scholar? Yes. Yeah, and then it's Celine you can glamour it into with this. Since they removed Celine.
My apologies for the wait. As for what I wish for you to attempt, it is a technique similar to what you've already employed with your EG. Now, would you be so kind as to call forth your fairy? How charming. The tales do little to capture its beauty. This fairy is no doubt manifested in the image of that which you most closely associate with fairies, but my research suggests this form is not immutable. Indeed, though a fundamental form may have been incorporated into the original incantation, with sufficient concentration, I believe it possible to supplant this form with the image of another entity. Try conjuring the fairy once more, this time, with the carbuncle in your mind's eye. Remarkable. And with only a single attempt.
Okay.
'Twould seem my theory holds, meaning this transformation should be merely superficial, and has done naught to affect its capacity for healing. Very good. With that, we may conclude this little experiment. If you would follow me upstairs?
And this would basically just allow me to use Radiant Glamours on yeah, Fairy. I just thought that I might as well just do it since it was right here and I've had the quest available for like months, if not years at this point. Ever since they removed Celine, basically, I think.
Thank you again for your help, Shauna. That proved to be quite the spectacle. I should hope you make use of what we've learned here today. I dare say your fairy's appearance may be without limit.
Your fairy's appearance can now be, for example,
There we go.
Sorry to keep ya waitin', dearie. So, what did ya find out? Same air. Was Alf expectin' em to just like lookin' at the pretty lights, but it seems the feelin' runs a lot deeper than that. The memories o' the calamity still sit heavy on their earths, but the Ryzen fireworks go some way to liftin' that weight. So, any ideas for the grand display? What kind o' thing do you reckon d help lift those spirits the most?
Something grand and flashy, something that reminds people of the past, something that gives people hope for the future. Let's say hope for the future, would probably say.
Hope for the future, eh? That ain't a bad idea. Remindin' folk that however dark the night, dawn is just around the corner. The Ryzen ain't just about mournin' those we lost, after all. It's about rememberin' the struggles of those who survived, to steer us to a brighter future. That's it. That's what Limsa needs this Ryzen. Ships. Cannons. A departure salute. Not just for the fallen, but for those settin' sail for unknown shores. A vision o' the past, and o' the future. An OLE bleedin' armada filling Galadion Bay, lightin' up the very evens. Who wouldn't want to watch that? That's settled, then. The minstrel's going to love it. E said ED be up by the aft castle, right? I'll see ya there.
I guess that's gonna be the end of the first part of the quest, then another part of the quest, I'm guessing, which will give me the reward. Looks like it.
Our intrepid adventurer returns, and positively bursting with inspiration, I take it? I see. A traditional seafaring salute, not only to the memories of the fallen, but to the future fortune of those who follow in their wake. A most fitting proposal, I'm sure.
Thanks, the both o' yet, but our work ain't done yet. There's a lot needs sortin' out before we can put this idea into action. So much to do, so little time. If ya wouldn't mind helpin' us a little longer, dearie, I'd be forever in your debt. Let me know when you've got your loins good and girded.
Yep, that's the finale, it seems. We who are about to set sail salute you. Yo-Yo asks for your continued assistance in seeing her plan for Rising in Fireworks realized.
Right, then. Let's get started, shall we, dearie? The plan is, we're going to line up an OLE fleet of ships across the bay, and fire a broadside into the sky. But before we go about finding our fleet, we need to get the plan approved by the organizing committee, and that means convincing Commodore Rayner. I'll take the lead, but I ain't exactly got the silverest tongue, nor much experience nobbling with the IRUPS. If you two see me struggling, put in a word, won't you?
Of course, milady. Your cause is ours.
Thank ya, me dears. Together then, to the Coral Tower.
Okay. Coral Tower is up there.
Last I had the privilege of meeting with the Commodore was around the time of the calamity. I had been arrested for conspiracy to incite rebellion. Naturally, it was all a misunderstanding. Some other scurrilous soul had been singing songs of sedition. If not for Rayner and his relentless pursuit of the truth, I might still be lingering in the brig. He is a shrewd investigator who will brook no equivocation. Shall we, then? Wanting to make the Rising display special I can fathom, but the sheer scale of this proposal is beyond anything I imagined. Ioyo, need I remind you that the first duty of the Yellow Jackets is the keeping of the peace? Filling the bay with ships will not only disturb the daily workings of the harbor, but is sure to foment agitation among the commons. Knowing this, do you still mean to persevere with this outlandish plan?
I do, Commander. Every Lawmansan Ert, every Eorzean Ert, still bears the scars o' the calamity. All that loss, that hardship, that struggle, it cut deep. But the Rising ain't just about looking to the past, it's about looking to the future, too. And if it's our duty to watch over folk, keep 'em on the straight and narrow, like, I reckon it's our duty to see 'em off on another year's journey, too.
Well put. I accept that your intentions are pure, but what of the logistics? I trust you have a plan as to who exactly will be providing, and paying for, this fleet of yours.
Yes, Commander. We're going to petition the Maelstrom for the flagship, and the rest from, the Black Sails.
Oh, of course. One is wont to forget that those buccaneering souls remain bound to serve the Maelstrom in times of necessity. Lady Ioyo would have us parley with the three great pirate captains and remind them of their civic duty, it seems.
Aye, that's right. The pirates answered the Admiral's call back when the moon was fallen. Fought and died at Cartino, same as the rest of us. When they hear about our plan to salute all those who fell, and all those who didn't, I don't doubt they'll answer the call again.
I wish you all the luck in the world in recruiting those rogues to your cause. You shall need it. Very well, then. Allow me to arrange the parley. Should you succeed in this feat, you may consider all of my remaining doubts answered. I bid you remember that you go to speak with pirates. Lawless marauders all. Pray that you do not say aught to offend them, lest we find ourselves with a mutiny on our hands.
Sure.
I shall have the Maelstrom summon the leaders of the three factions to the anchor yard. Pray go there and complete your preparations.
Okay.
Cheers for sticking with me, you two. I hope I can count on your support in the next set o' negotiations and all.
Of course, my lady. Alas, I fear the captains, those far-famed scourges of the seas, will prove rather less biddable partners than Commodore Raynor did. While Roswen of the Sanguine Sirens may be swayed by emotion, Carvelin of the Kraken's Arms is of a much more mercenary mind. The executioners, meanwhile, value honor and glory above all else. If there is aught that unites them, it is a zealous spirit. Let us argue with passion, that we might inflame theirs.
If it's passion you're after, I've got that in bleedin' bucket loads. But I might need you two to jump in again, case me tongue decides to tie itself in an alfitch. Just say the first thing that comes into your eats, and I'll pick up after. Come on then, dearies, let's EAD on over to the anchor yard and get this parley started.
It's all the way over there. God damn it. One place in the goddamn app or upper decks that doesn't have a teleportation like location nearby. That is one thing I hate about the upper limbs, is just the fact that getting around to some of these places are not exactly ideal. Simply anything down here-ish. Well, I'm pretty sure that no one ever goes here unless it's specifically for the for some quests. Otherwise, there's no reason to go all the way out here.
Thanks for comin'. The reason we asked ya here is, the Maelstrom summons laid it out for us loud and clear. Ya want us to help ya with the Ryzen fireworks? And the answer's no. When my sirens fire a broadside, it's to send our enemies to the bottom o' the briny, not to paint pretty pictures in the sky for drylanders to gawp at. We've better things to be doing with our time.
'Tis a rare occurrence, to be sure, but I find that my opinion aligns with Roswen's. Our time is precious, as I am sure is yours. Let us hasten to draw these discussions to a close. I shall put it bluntly. I see no profit in this endeavor for myself and my men. So unless there is anything else...
Profit, how sad, great. Carvalane produces nose for coin. You would put the Admiral and Yellow Jackets in your debt. Why, it is the perfect opportunity to forge a deeper bond with Roswen. I feel like this one would fit better, but let's go with this one.
If you should require my men and I to shackle ourselves to the sirens, we should require even greater recompense. The sheer scale of the spectacle we propose would no doubt draw all the lords and ladies of the realm to gather in the city. Personages of high renown, and deep pockets.
And if they saw you lot workin' and with the Maelstrom, it'd do wonders for your public image. Folks who normally wouldn't touch a pirate with a barge pole be queuing up to do business with yet.
I do believe you have a point, poorly phrased though it might be. To win legitimate business, one must project the image of a legitimate businessman.
Sod your image. And sod anyone who's too lily-livered to trade with us. They can stick their barge poles up their backsides. What's in it for the sirens?
If you won't consider them customers, consider them quarry. Don't you want to bring joy to the masses? Driver lanes in. Don't you want to be together?
WH.
I know you like him.
What were ya trying to imply? I'd rather cut me arse off with a rusty cutlass than ave to spend another minute in that preenin' pissant's company. Me and my girls are proper pirates. The sanguine sirens ain't all about the piratin' life, though, are yet? Ye run almshouses for the sick and injured, and those with child. Keep emselves busy with odd jobs, such as come their way. Them's your hunters, and the folk who are drawn to the city to see the grand display, your quarry. Ah, I see where you're going with this. Get the girls to set up stalls sellin' food and grog and the like, and they'd make a killin', providin' they add all the right permits from the Yellow Jackets. You're a shrewd one, you. Maybe I could lend Emin and meself. They do say the best way to a man's heart is through his stoma.
One of the executioners. There is no dishonor in linking arms with Admiral Merlwipe and the Maelstrom, surely. You. Yellow Jacket. I want ye to tell me one thing, and tell it true. This is Limsalam Sa, the greatest port in all the realm. Ye could find this fleet o' yours without our help, yet you've come here begging for it. Why?
Because I reckon you're the ones who need the risin' most. The black sails only came together cause o' Cartino. Ye could have upped anchor and sailed off into the sunset, but no, ye fought like demons on those cursed flats. Made arrows o' yourselves, and martyrs. The way I see it, it's only right that those that lost the most, when they stood to gain the least, should be the ones to fire the salute to the departed. And a salute to the departed, too. The calamity changed the lives o' you pirates more than anyone. If anyone should be celebratin' new beginnin's, it's those whose new beginnin's already begun.
Heh heh. Ha ha ha. So it's all for our own good, is it? I'm eatin' back to the Astalicia. Send word when ye be hammered out the details o' this display o' yours. We'll see what we can do.
Aye, Captain. Can't rightly say no to you now, can I? We lost a lot o' good people back in Cartino. Let's send 'em all off with a bloody great bang.
I will join you, on one condition, that in your reminiscence of trauma past, you do not make a shameful spectacle of yourself. Pray do not force me to restrain you, again.
I never forced ye to do nothin'. Ye'll keep your hands off me if ye want to keep 'em, ye randy bastard.
Quite the fragile flower, isn't she? Well, then, I bid you adieu. My ships will not ready themselves.
Okay.
Aeond, breathe. Gods, I was so nervous I could hardly speak. Thanks so much for chippin' in when ye did. Could have never got 'em on our side without yet. Right, then, time to put the finishin' touches to this plan o' mine. It's going to be wonderful, I just know it. Oh, and about your reward, I've given it to the minstrel. Ye can grab it from I'm. To new beginnin's, lass, and may the navigator's breath ever fill your sails.
I'm guessing finish up the quest minstrel, and we'll get the peace scene and also the, I don't know,
You did a great service, my friend, both for Lady Ioyo and for all those who love the Rising, myself included. For that, I shall be ever grateful.
We'll probably get the UHP scene and also the fireworks display.
I expect it shall be still some hours before preparations for the grand finale are complete. Mayhap we could wait together? While we wait, would you care to hear a verse that has lately come to me? It is a song of celebration, of encouragement, for all those who sail for unknown shores. Pray, lend me your ears.
Plays one note, and it's gonna transport us to Yoshi P. Very little at least. Where are we going to be this time? Is that on a ship? Yep. Pretty nice shot.
Greetings, warrior of light.
Hey there, Yoshi P.
This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. "'Tis a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude.
Naoki Yoshida.
The road we have walked has been long and winding, full of perils and pitfalls, but we have enjoyed every step in your company. We hope that you feel the same about this last, great leap. With every adventure we undertake, the longer the legacy we leave behind us. Yet a lengthy history need not mean a foreshortened future. Many adventures yet await. We shall continue to chart a course into the great unknown, one that takes in all the diverse wonders this wide world has to offer, that your legacy might grow ever greater. To be certain, it would be a less trying task to sleepwalk ever onward down the same, well-furrowed path, yet to venture down paths untrodden, believing in the bright and glorious future that lies beyond them, is by far the more rewarding. This is the gift that we wish to deliver unto you, the gift of adventure. And we pray, with all our hearts, that you will continue to walk with us. We thank you for joining us on this journey, heretofore and hereafter. Now, the time has come for this vision to end, time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. One cannot know what fills the hearts and minds of those who look to the sky this rising night. Perhaps you and I will see very different images in those explosions of light and color.
Hey there, Fabo. Welcome to the stream.
But one thing I know for certain, that right here, right now, we look to the same sky.
Touching moment. Yep, we're basically getting told to, or talking with Naoki Yoshida, aka Yoshi P, the director of Final Fantasy XIV, because it's the Rising quest, or Rising event quest, where we always get to talk to him for a little bit.
And though the paths that lay ahead of us may lead in very different directions, sometime, Someplace, they shall cross again.
Do they bang? That's not gonna happen, unfortunately. Okay, and I'm guessing that the fireworks show is gonna start pretty much immediately.
'Tis almost time for the display to begin. The consummation not only of our labors, but of the thoughts and prayers of the people of this fair city. A salute for the departed, and for those who set sail into unknown waters. Many adventures yet await you, my friend. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. From eastern sea to eastern sky, the sacred sun ascends and voices stir, of wind, of waves, of ropes, of sails, of friends who like the golden light of dawn that streams across the sea set sunlit sail for foreign lands. May fortune follow thee. Her journey done, so sinks the sun below the western waves and rise stir, of friends of yore, asleep in what graves let not our voices raised in song disturb your endless sleep but join us in our chorus and you dream among the deep.
Disrupt into this universe of Bard. That's technically not Open. That is actually Yoshi P as well in disguise, kind of. So yeah.
An excerpt from an ancient mariner's song. A prayer for the safe return of those who sail over the far horizon, and for the peace of those who sleep beneath those same eternal waves. It concludes with a wish that the voices of those whose spirits are stirred in anticipation of new adventure reach the ears of those whose adventures ended too soon, that they might be united as one. A fitting sentiment for the rising, methinks.
Basically, this guy is supposed to be more or less an insert of the director or producer, I guess, of the game, who tends to show up and be the guy that unlocks harder fights for you. And is also like one of the main guys during the Rising events. It's basically just like the whole thing of like, hey, let's basically celebrate another year since more or less the release of the game, or maybe it's like the end of the 1.0 version. I forget which one it is.
And so I offer you my own heartfelt wish that even should your adventures carry you beyond the far-flung horizon of this wide world, we should meet once more in a 12-month's time, and look up to the same sky, together.
Gonna be one of the big ones, yep. As the meteor sign. It's complete.
You have unlocked the toy chest. Open the toy chest found in any inn-room to play mini games. Additionally, certain notable personages have been seen to frequent the anchor yard this rising. Do the same, and you may be greeted with an unexpected encounter.
Ah. Let's see, we got the brushed up Kral minion. It's just Kral in her Dawn Trail outfit, I guess. Got the Wandering Minstrel there.
A soft, westerly wind blows across.
Sure, let's see what happens.
You hear footsteps approaching.
Let's see. Proprietor of the Drowning Wench, Headship of the Bishrag, the Admiral herself. The acting captain of the Bloody Executioners, and an explorer and his baby. Let's run the Admiral.
Shauna. This is a coincidence. Rainer was just telling me of the role you played in putting the display together. I'm sure all those who gathered in my city to witness it were as moved as I. A salute to all those who set sail for new adventures. It shall surely resound in their hearts, and give them strength and courage in the year to come. And a salute to the fallen, too, was it not? Many and more lost their lives on the fields of Cartino, the men and women of the Black Sails chief among them. I thank you for giving those who survived them this chance to put their grief to more productive ends. I thank you for giving the celebrations an unmistakable touch of salt, too. This year's rising was not merely in Limsa, but of her. I look forward to seeing how future host cities follow our example. But for now, let us focus on the present. I'm sure I have kept you from your business for far too long already, and I must return to mine. I must offer my prayer to Limlane and be on my way. Fare you well, Shauna. I wish you safe voyages for the year to come. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails.
Okay.
Soft.
Let's wait and see what all of them are.
You hear footsteps.
Just so I don't end up potentially missing out on some interesting dialogue.
If it ain't me old pal Shauna. Here to beg the old bird for guidance, too, are yet? Esto Jabai said you add an N in this year's fireworks. And not a bad job ya made of em, neither. You met Esto Jabai down in Hawker's Alley. I sent ER to pick up some stock for the wench, but do ya know what she brought me back? Only a bottle o' bleedin' Bacchus. Paid for it out of ER own pocket, she did, to thank me again for savin' ER life. Don't know why she's so hung up about it? The girls paid me back 100 times over with all ER hard work over the years. Felt a bit bad acceptin' it, like, but, well, a bottle o' Bacchus is a bottle o' Bacchus. Reckon it's you we should be thankin', anyway, for that marvelous display. All the ships in the harbor, the fire in the sky, it brought back a lot of memories. Some good, some bad, but every one of 'em well worth rememberin'. And we ain't done makin' 'em yet. You'll be off on your next adventure soon enough, I wager? Well, you can't rightly be stridin' out on an empty stomach, now, can yet? Come up to the wench, and we'll fill your belly. Soft. You hear
Footsteps, the head chef of the Bismarck.
Well. I come to feel Limlane's breath on me face, only to find the faithless besom whisperin' in the ear of another. How've ya been keepin', Shauna? I hear we've got you to thank for the risin' display. Ioyo's been singin' your praises from Fisherman's Bottom to the Coral Tower. What? Surprised I know ER? Lims is a small place, lass. Hardly a day goes by I don't see a yellow jacket or several in the Bismarck, whether it's to sup on the finest food and wine this side o' the sea, or to clap the irons on those who've tapped the casks a touch too thirstily. S'pose an adventurer like you might on TVE noticed, always comin' and goin' as ye are, but stick around in the city for a while and you'll see, the jackets ain't just axes for ire, they're true friends o' the common folk. Ioyo was a retainer before the calamity struck, ya know. ER master had a thing for fireworks. Every time they came back from their wanderin's, they'd load ER down with 100 weight of spouts and spinners they'd picked up from God's nowhere. Day and night you'd see ER down in the market ward, beamin' that sunny smile of ERS at every passerby, tryin' ER damnedest to flog the stuff. Enjoyed the work, I reckon, but then Dalamud fell, and she lost ER master. Literally lost him. The way she tells it, it were as if the calamity burned an hole in ER memory and they fell straight through. Couldn't remember their face, nor their name. but she never forgot the fireworks. The amount o' gunpowder that went through ERNs over the years, she couldn't help learnin' a bit about making things go bang. An apprenticeship with the Kenwaners later, and she was a yellow jacket. So when I heard they were the ones who'd been put in charge o' the Ryzen display, I knew she'd be first to volunteer. The Ryzen, the fireworks, they mean a lot to ER, and as a friend, they mean a lot to me. So thank you. XIV. You hear foot.
I think I'm of the bloody executioners. Oh yeah, that guy.
If it isn't my old mate Shauna. I heard you had a hand in the fireworks, but I thought you'd be long gone by now.
Secret. I guess some of these will not appear until you've gone through certain amounts of the MSQ.
I'm glad you stuck around, though. Gives me a chance to thank you for getting the executioners involved, like. Can't say you didn't run us ragged, getting the whole fleet loaded up with the 10 tons of fire sand and ready to sail at a moment's notice. But it was well worth it in the end. There's nothing a pirate enjoys more than a bit of the old pyrotechnics. The perfect send-off for shipmates past and present. Even got me in the guts, so it did. Most Ryzens I spend at the bottom of a flagon, thinking of those we lost and salt in my grog, but this salute's only gone and put the wind in my sails. I'm up in anchor tomorrow in search of an island sanctuary of me own. Somewhere to bury me booty. Wish me luck, Shauna, and may Limlane's breath ever blow at your back. XIV.
Okay, and time for the one related to
You hear footsteps.
Invoker Alliance raid.
I knew it was you. I could tell it from your bearing. Forgive me. It gladdens me that our paths should cross again, of course, and yet I find myself somewhat lost for words. Are you, well? What brings you here? Is that so? I should have known it. It is very much like you to help others fulfill their dreams. To bring life and light to the world. I always liked festivals, as did all my brethren. Though the celebrations have taken divers forms over the years, all brought smiles to the faces of our children, and in turn, us. Though it was our custom, nay, our duty, to watch over you from the phantom realm, one among us was so drawn to the music and the merry-making that he adopted a mortal form, that he might join you in your revelry. In every festival is imbued the hopes and dreams of mortal man. You implore the gods to listen to your pleas, and they hear you. They still do. Till next our paths should cross. Okay. Okay.
Guess that was all the people we could talk to there. I don't think there's really any reason for us to talk to any of these, but I think this is a thing for the navigator. Basically Limlane.
Many and more have come from far afield to enjoy the festive atmosphere of Lim Salamansa this rising. Now that your work is done, be sure to bask in it yourself.
Okay, I know I was able to buy a piece of furniture. The question is just Is it here in Limsa, or is it gonna be over in Ulda? Got a rising ascendant here.
In looking.
Rising vendor. Let's see. Rising table lamp. It's a new piece of furniture. I'm just gonna get like. Let's go with 6 of them. Alright, let's see. Any of these things that I don't have any of? Let's get 2 of those and more Heaven's Crackers. Fill out the stack fully. Nice. This thing used for? Maybe sell it for something, but maybe just decent it. Okay. Let's see. It's now 11 o'clock. Stream for like 2 hours and 45 minutes ish. And headache is still a little bit there, so yeah, I'm kind of thinking of just end the stream here, raid someone, and then hopefully I won't sleep weird my neck between Saturday and Sunday, so I can have a proper stream Sunday. I think it's probably gonna end up being Terraria, because I still kind of want to get through that game. More progress, plus it feels like we're getting some progress each stream at least, or some progress. Might not be bosses defeated, but it's at least stuff like yeah, better gear at least. So yeah, let's quickly do that. Just up the music a little bit. And switch scene. Let's see if I can find someone to raid. Let's see, a decent chunk of people that I could raid here. Question is just who to raid though. Let's try and see if there's any that I can see on the Discords that I'm on. Let's see, there are some. Let's see, I could also go with. Yeah, you know what? Let's raid DD. Okay, playing some Demon Souls remastered. Apparently this is the first time, and I see that he's finding the adjudicator, but he is not attacking the bird. He needs to be hitting, or the piece of metal in the boss's chest. I think he needs to be hitting. Really never know a decent chunk about most of the a lot of the fights in Demon Souls, but I've never played it. But yeah, I'm thinking we'll raid Edie. And yeah, as I said, I'll try and be back on stream Sunday. But, yeah. Yeah, I can't think straight right now. I'm tired. I think the little bit of headache doesn't really help either. But yeah. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome, Pablo, and thank you for dropping by. But yeah, gonna end the stream here, and yeah, rate Didi. So have fun over there, and I'll see you guys hopefully Sunday. See ya.